It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the 49ers and the Rams on Thursday night.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. Punter Mitch Wishnowsky ready to do the honors? And another week is officially underway. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 16-year pro, rebounded from an injury last season, Matthew Stafford.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's brought down for a loss. We'll pause after that first snap of the game. Gonna need to adjust their game plan because that is their running back who's hurt and getting some help. Offense to the line for second down. Now we'll run here with Blake Corum. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They're going to run on first down with Corum. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Man in motion out of the slot. They fake the handoff. Now Stafford gets himself free. He just throws this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Stafford back to throw. He's got the hook up to Davante Adams. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He puts everything behind this one. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. The Rams are set to punt. Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers return. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. And bringing them out, you cannot call him irrelevant ever again. Took his team to the Super Bowl last year. It's Brock Purdy.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400. And he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With this mindset, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. He breaks the tackle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down throw by Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Hauled in by Gray. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Running it after the penalty. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stop made by Braden Fisk. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Corum. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Stafford from the gun. He fires one deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Give to Corum from the gun. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Jair Brown. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. Cut out left. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Broke through the tackle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. They motion the tight end over. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots of it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Darius Williams with the INT. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, still going. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jared Verse on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Purdy setting up that play action. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend his...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Out come the Rams on offense. And that last impressive touchdown drive, they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. Throwing now on first down. Stafford finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26, and it brings up an LA first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. From the 43. That one complete to Higbee. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Our score, 14-0. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. Now Stafford again. Finds his man, Corum. And this one doesn't go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. Pretty throwing here on first. That finds Ayuk complete. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Play action now with Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Purdy. That heater is going to fall to the turf.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Rams will take possession. Ball at the 33 for first down. Putting a receiver in motion. Stafford now on first down. Finds his back, Kyren Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Draw play. This is Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
The Rams are set to punt. Christian McCaffrey back deep to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the 49ers will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. Looking slant route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 37-yard line.
From the 37. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. First throw for the backup now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
The time in the pocket he needed, there just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Or maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throw wheeled in by Higbee. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. Stafford now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, here's Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Give to Williams from the gun. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently, because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Throwing now from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They're throwing it. Has him running the comeback. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Quick slant complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Moody knocks it through, and the gap closes to 14 points.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Rams out in front. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New England Patriots. And finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. He's going to field this at the 2. This return makes it up to the 25. The 49ers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
They send him left out of the slot. 3rd and long for him here. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt goes 63 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Bernardo Green with that tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff now. Stafford. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Stafford from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Pressure comes. He's taken down. The 49ers got him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's 2nd and 7. That one complete to Higbee. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He picks up 15 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Defense showing blitz. Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Sly's kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Jukes one defender, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackled on the play by Poona Ford. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And finds Aiyuk complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds his man, Gray. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27. Hits his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, San Francisco. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Stafford now on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford to the sideline, and Adams snags it. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
It's complete to Higbee. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This will be caught by Adams. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. From the red zone now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on fourth down. It's a 39-yarder from the left hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll motion him out of the backfield. He puts some power on a deep one left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's cut beyond the marker. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er first down. Throwing it again here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Connection made to Isaac Guerendo. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now within 1 score in the 4th. Isaac Guerendo with the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Putting the tight end in motion. Here we go. Second and very long. That one complete to Higbee. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Niners countering with a fifth defensive back on this third down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. This is hauled in by Atwell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Up the gut they go with Williams. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Motioning the tight end now. Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. Punting unit out now. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he'll fight for what he can to the 15. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw now. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab and bounds. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Pass play now. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Another try following the sack. That finds Ayuk complete. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw it. Brought in by Ayuk. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a 49er first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Slot man motioned over. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers down by a touchdown. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. He'll look to throw it. Down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're going to try with the wideout. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. The kid, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Setting up to pass. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Back to throw. Able to find Nakua here. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Here he is to throw. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is
This just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. Their defense held, clinging to the slimmest of leads, Brock, and now that lead entrusted to this offense, asking them to just run out that clock.
And now the last thing this offense wants to do, really the only thing it can't do, is make an unforced error and turn it over.
Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. The 49ers only moments away from finalizing this victory as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. And now you can enjoy the victory.
So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their fourth victory in a row. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.